My name is Marcelo Romero. Marcelo Romero, I'm a professor from the University of São Paulo, Brazil. It's my pleasure to be here with you. It's my pleasure to be the chair of this session. Okay, we are a little bit late, 15 minutes. We have 10 presentations in this section until 5 p.m. We have a break, just one break, with 20 minutes. So I'd like to ask you strongly to keep 15 minutes maximum in your presentations. If you have a presentation with 10 minutes, it's good. 12 is good. Until 15 is good. 16 is not good. Because our time is so short. Okay? 15 minutes into presentation. I think you have the program, so you have the order of presentation. Number one, group A1, from children to the elderly, promoting social sustainability across generation. Shoshi Tzur.
Yes.
Okay, please. Please go ahead.
I think I'll refine like this. Everybody hears me?
Yes.
Okay, great, because I'm not comfortable like this. So my name is Shiran, I'm Shiran Tzur, you can call me Shoshi, and the presentation today is from children to the elderly, promoting social sustainability across generations. Of course, if somebody has questions, so I'm ready to ask them, so go ahead. Okay, so the background of the project. So first of all, social sustainability, in my opinion, has a great impact for all people in all ages and all across the world. And today I want to talk about two projects that I've done. Part of them with a friend of mine and part of them by my reading alone. And so the first one, it's the elderly project, a green fair for the elderly. And somebody knows what is Green Holiday? Okay, so Green Holiday is a Jewish holiday, which we wear costumes, very fun holiday, and we dress up, and we hear a lot of music, and we give food for one another, like pastries and kind of sweets. And so what I did, the project began when I met a neighborhood, and I discovered that there is a huge building with 30 old residents. They had no family, they was all alone, so I started making conversation with them. Through this conversation, I discovered that most of them feel isolated from the community. They're all alone, they don't have any friends, and they want to make a new connection and to meet other people. So that was the idea of the project, to do something fun. There was a Green Holiday coming up, so I decided to do a party for the Green Holiday for all of the elderly. As you can see in the picture, we gave them hats, we brought a belly dancer and a lot of music. We did like something fun for them, and you can see it in the picture as they're smiling, and afterwards they came to us and they told us it was so nice for them to meet other residents, because they even didn't know that there is another 30 old residents in the same building. Like they live one across the hall and they didn't even know it. So for that reason we made this project, and afterwards I can tell you that part of them are still friends now, and they make connection, they eat lunch together, they play together in board games. So for me it was a success. Somebody have a question about this project? Great. Okay, so the second project. The second one is operate with parents of autistic child. I don't know if you know, but autism, it's characterized by a problem with contact. Like there is no eye contact, they can't read facial expression, it's kind of hard for them. And also the autistic spectrum has high functioning and low functioning, which is kind of important to understand the difference, because low functioning means that the child can't connect. He can be 18 years old, but he still acts like he's 2 years old. And high functioning means that they don't make eye contact, they ask the same question again and again, which make hard to speak with them and very hard to get empathized for us. Like if I cry next to an autistic child or autistic adult, he won't understand why am I crying, what does it mean for him, what does he have to do. He doesn't know all these things. So the project operates among the parents of these children. Why? because when I met the neighborhood, I discovered there is 16 families with the autistic child. These families had nothing in the neighborhood to help them. There is no school education, no information, and none help. Like they discovered that the child is autistic, and from that moment they were all by themselves. So we decided to open a support group and an information group. Wait a second, that's about it. Okay. A support group and an information group because parents of child with autism, as we talk with them, they say to us that they need more parents, like they need the knowledge and the support of other parents that experience the exact same thing. So that's why we opened this group. As you can see, this is a picture of the half of the parents because it was a big circle. And so what we did 6 sessions, which in each session we brought also a support group, a support counselor, and somebody who has the rights, who knows about the rights of children, like sexuality. How, as a parent, can I explain my child about sexuality because it's a big child, but is low functioning, so how can I do it? Or how to eat right, like nutrition-wise. They didn't know all of these things and they pointed out that they need it. So that's why we opened this group and we brought a lot of people to talk and to help them. As you can see, this is it helped us to inform a lot of people about the project. So we invite them. It's in Hebrew because in Israel we use Hebrew. So it's just a child picture, and here it's written a project for the parents with a child on the spectrum autistic, and to invite them to come. Okay, project achievements. So as I said earlier, they get a lot of information, and also by one another, not only by the experts, because when you have an autistic child, you have a lot of information by your own. Like you live with it, so you know a lot of things that maybe other parents don't know. So during this group, they could talk to one another and to help one another to, I forgot the word. Okay, they could help one another to know how to cope with a lot of experience that they have been. Okay, when we finished the 6 meetings, so there was a big, good response to the project from the parents. So they wrote an article on us in a newspaper in Israel, and they requested for a continuous group because they didn't realize before the group they need that it was so important, and now they know that they need the support group for them. So now today I'm working on getting the money to establish this group to be a continuous, like that there will be a continuous group, and it will not end up here. For conclusion, this is a sentence that always comes with me. I know it in Hebrew, but it comes from English. Blessed are those who give without remembering and take without forgetting. This is something I believe in. It goes with me all the time, so I'll be happy if you could think like that also. That's it. Yeah. Somebody has a question?
Thank you so much. We have time.
Ahmed?
We have time. If you want to ask something to her, be free. This is a nice moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if I may have a question, so thank you for your nice presentation. So you mentioned the first project about elderly people.
Right.
So you united them for celebration, yeah? And did they communicate each other after the celebration?
Yeah.
So did you manage to
Yeah, that's what I
maintain-
said. After the celebration, I found out that they eating together lunch at home,
Yeah.
not outside. But still, they gathered together without us. Like the gathering made a connection between them, and afterwards they knew other people, so they have new friends.
Yeah, so this was sustainable, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
More questions?